Alright, so let's talk about this. Because I know a lot of you are wondering what my view is and what my thoughts are on what has happened to these two men, two black men, over the past couple of days. And I woke up to seeing the video. You know how a lot of us, you wake up, you don't go to the bathroom, you don't do nothing else. You actually jump on your phone first, check any messages, jump on your your Facebook feed. And that was the first thing I saw. And it literally made me sick to my stomach. And it made it even worse when I saw the footage that was released by the shop owner from the other angle. That was a lot clearer as far as what happened. I mean, the first one was clear enough, but that second piece of footage, how they held him down and shot him like that, that shit made me fucking sick. And then there was the other footage. I was on the feed live to see that, when that woman was streaming the footage of her boyfriend that just got shot 4 times by a cop when he was just reaching for his paperwork. And did you hear how hysterical the cop was? Did you hear that? And that makes me think of something a cop friend of mine told me. It was a black cop. And he's been thinking about starting a YouTube channel. And if I get a hold of him, because I think he changed his number. I don't have his phone number. And I think he had shut down his Facebook page or something. I haven't seen him in a while. I used to see him in the gym all the time. I don't know if he transferred or he moved or what, but he, very intelligent brother, and he has a lot to say, and he understands what's going on, and it's not a, protect the brotherhood cop mentality, you know what I mean? Like, I forgot the DJ's name, but he went off on the one cop, calling in and, talking about how other cops should stand up for what is right rather than just backing another cop just because he's a cop type of shit. You know what I mean? It really makes you ask that question, when is it going to stop? And I saw a man on video earlier talking, or he was very passionate about what he had to say. This man happened to be a white man. And he was talking about that black on black crime stuff, and which is really a myth if you really look into it. But I'm not going to sit here and argue about that right now. But he made a point that I thought was very interesting. And it was something that I had spoken on before, where I had said, that cops basically aren't going to understand and respect people until we start to stand up for ourselves, okay? Black people specifically. If a cop were to go to a neighborhood and do what they did, if, I don't know, 8 or 9 of the citizens that were carrying were to say, well, hold on now, Mr. Officer, due process, all right? I think they would be like, hey, we were just kidding, I'm sorry. Wait a second, you see, cuz, you know what I mean? But that's not what's going on. It makes me think of I believe it was a soccer game. It was a clip from a soccer game. And I don't know what country it was. It might have been Brazil. And there was a guy that was, running on the field acting all stupid. And the cops tackled him. But they started beating his ass. Like, it wasn't just restraining him and taking him away. They started beating him up. And the people were coming out of the stands whooping the cops' asses. And that's what I kind of mean. It's protect and serve. It's not beat and kill that's written on their car, and they swear an oath, to protect people and, uphold, certain rights. And it's just, it's crazy. And what I meant to say actually was when I brought up my cop friend, is that he had told me, I believe it was him. It may not have been him, but I was two cop friends that I have. One's black and one's white. And I can't remember which one told me now because it's kind of a blur. But the white cop told me, I don't know. I'm thinking it may have been him because I think he's the first one that I discussed brutality with. Yeah, because I think I knew him first. But anyway, here's the point. He told me that they train these new guys, these new cops over the past several, I don't know, 10, 20 years, whatever it's been. But he said they literally train them to be scared. They train them to be scared. And the way they train them, it teaches a man, it causes them to be itchy. To be very nervous and anxious and quick on the trigger, which I thought was very interesting. This is coming straight from the horse's mouth here, but we still notice that it's not being as itchy with other races as it is with us. You've all seen, look, white people get shot too, but not the way black people are getting shot. We come on, and don't even act like it's not true. And a black person may just talk aggressive, or like, I didn't do nothing. Stop, you're hurting me, you're killing me, and still get shot for that. Meanwhile, white dude can wield an axe. He can flip out with a knife, be holding a semi-automatic or an automatic, talking about killing everybody, and they won't shoot them on the spot. Black men can walk toward them totally unarmed and aggressively and get killed. The fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? And I really do think that that changes aren't going to start to happen until blacks as a people start to stand up for themselves. You know what I mean? If a cop knows that he can't go into a neighborhood and just shoot someone in cold blood, then I think that would stop. Think about it. Think about it. And most of the time it's white cops. A black cop can't go into a white neighborhood and just throw somebody on the ground and shoot them. They can't do that. When does this happen? Please send me the story where that happens. Where black cops are going into white neighborhoods and doing that. Please show me. Okay? So, it's clearly an issue. I was watching this one older white woman that was lecturing in college class, I believe, and she said, knowing, what's going on basically in the United States with black people, how many of you would switch places? No one of them would stand up and switch. So, when a lot of people are saying, stuff like, it's no real racism, stuff like that speaks for itself. It's like, there really is. You're just in denial. Or you're trying to act like there's nothing going on, it made me sick, y'all. I can't stand what's going on. And sooner or later, it's going to come to a head. It is. It's going to come to a head. And I believe it's going to get a lot uglier before it gets better. Although I believe it can definitely get better. But the police have to start respecting people of all colors. And, right now, specifically black people. But they need to start respecting people's rights as human beings. People get arrested for... you see people... Okay, it's like a person gets shot, and then someone will say, the news will put something on. Well, he owed child support. What the fuck does owing child support have to do with shooting a man in cold blood? You know what I'm saying? It has no connection. So don't even try to connect it. That's like you're saying just because a guy owes child support, he deserves to die, or because he stole something from a store in the past, he deserves to die. No. How many of you have done something wrong in the past does that mean you deserve to die? Come on, y'all. I mean, I know plenty of white and black kids growing up who got into a ton of fucking trouble. Fighting, you know what I'm saying? Vandalism, stealing, all types of shit. Does that mean just because that's in their past that they deserve to get killed now? That doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, huh? But anyway, y'all can post your comments down below and let me know what y'all think about this shit. Cause I'm at my wit's end. And it's real sad, man. And I know not all cops are like this. You know, I ain't got much else to say about it. You know, I listen to a lot of different channels on YouTube that discuss things like this. You know, some of y'all like them, some of y'all don't. But first and foremost, I listen to Tariq Nasheed a lot. I listen to the Black Authority. And yes, I even listen to Tommy. And I listen to David Carroll, as well as a few others that are scattered out there that specifically speak on particular things dealing with the black community. And while I may not always agree with a lot of the things that these men have to say, there's always a common line of truth that they all speak of. And I think that in several different lines of truth on specific subjects that they all speak to. And, you know, it's I mean, someday it's gotta stop. Someday it's gotta absolutely stop. Because this shit is ridiculous. I haven't seen people organizing like this in a while. Like, and what I mean by that is, you know, when these certain things happen, I notice different parts of the country will organize certain things. People will get together. I got people in my area now organizing and having these meetings, and I've seen it on Facebooks, and I'm getting invites, and I'm like, yo, wow, I've never see this is what just happened there was so blatant. It was so blatant that it reached far and wide. It dug deep. You know what I'm saying? Can't let this video go too long. Post your comments down below and let me know what you all think.